I'm Leah Carey, chair of the 2022 HBA Ambassador Awards event. It's great to be back with our ambassador community after all of the pandemic lockdowns, especially the day after International Women's Day. All right, team, let's do this because we're still celebrating you. We are going to celebrate those that have gone above and beyond the advancement of women in the workplace. But before we get started, a few housekeeping items. If you did not have a chance to go into our lobby, let me talk about some of our features that we will be able to share with you today. Starting from left to right, you will see our team banner. And before I go on, I just want to thank the entire team. We do have a couple of big shout outs, Dr. Deepa Desai and Marjorie, and of course our fearless leader, Bonnie. I think that we're all gonna name our puppies after Marjorie. So I'm just gonna say it's been a wonderful pleasure and honor to work with all of you. If we keep going on from left to right again, you will see the selfie booth. We hope you had a chance to take a selfie. You'll see the masterclass list. If you click on this, it's actually a live list. If you haven't already registered on our Loop platform, you will have a chance to do that if you click on that live link. You'll see our champions, and congratulations to all of the champions. And you will see our platform partners. It's not possible to do an event like this just with a few people. We have strategic partners. We want to give a shout out to Farheen Khan. Farheen has been working with us night and day with our team. And this is the platform that you're on right now. It is called View. And Farheen is what we call Woot. And our other strategic partner is Aristo Tagliati, Loop. And that's where we will be having our master classes. So let me call up our fearless leader, Bonnie. Bonnie, what do you think about today?
Welcome, everyone. I'm so delighted to have all of you, especially, I know we have a large group from Singapore at J&J and from India at IQVIA, and all of the other people who are watching who have made the Ambassador program what it is today. I'm delighted to tell you that we have over 40 programs operating. And the success of the Ambassador program can really be said in one word or one sentence. I am capable. I can do it. And today you're going to hear some of those stories. So for those of you who have learned how to swim or learned how to ride a bike or have children that you have taught, you know that the first thing that they need to do is overcome their fear. If they cannot overcome their fear, they will not learn how to ride a bike. They will not learn how to swim. It's the same for us as we continue in our journey with our careers. And thanks to all of you for being brave enough to join us in this journey. And thank you to all of the corporate partners that have made this journey possible for you, who've said to you, join the Ambassador program, you can do it. I am capable. And you're going to hear some of those stories today. So I would like to invite to the stage our first then and now winner, Risha. Please come to the stage. This is Risha Goyal from, and we're going to play her video now, and then we'll talk to Risha for a minute.
Hi everyone, my name is Richa Goyal. I work as a principal in IQVIA in the HUR team. The first session of HBA was on 16th March. Although it was my daughter's birthday, but HBA acted none less than a gift for me. a gift that I will cherish for the lifetime. The gift of how to achieve self confidence, how to network with people, how to create a circle of influence. I used to be kind of confident person before. I used to reach out to people, but not in that level. Today, I have a YouTube channel of my own and I record motivational content across social media, including LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. I have started receiving invites from various universities and colleges across, not only to speak about the health economics and real world evidence, that's my subject area, but also sessions on leadership and motivation. And I was amazed when I reached out to people to see how approachable they are, whether they are juniors, seniors, or peers, and people are okay to help you from all the walks of life. So I was in a shell of my self-doubt before, which HBA program has helped in unleashing that pearl in me. So thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to interact with such wonderful ladies across. So this is the then and now change I see in myself. I have become much more confident, assertive, and I never shy away from any kind of difficult situations or conversations in my life. Also, I have realized the love for public speaking, the love for speaking at various platforms that I have self-realized. So thank you for letting me introspect, helping me steering the direction in which I want my life to be. So thank you so much, HBA, for giving me all these wonderful gifts. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Rita. Wonderful video, and what a journey you've had. So when we were talking, Risha, you talked to me about a conversation that you recently had with your manager when you were going through a review. And your manager talked about three things: confidence, collaboration, and communication. Tell us about that.
Hello, everyone. Namaste. Thank you, Bonnie and HBA, for giving wings to my imagination and dreams, I would say. I have become a much more confident and a collaborative person. And for this honor, and it's an absolute honor and privilege to receive this award, I would like to thank my team, my peers, and HBA cohort for pushing me through this. And yes, Bonnie, as you rightly mentioned, my boss did mention these qualities. I have become much more confident, whether it is kind of any assertive or difficult conversation, whether in professional front or a personal front. I have become much more communicative, collaborative. I like collaborating with people from all the walks of life. So yes, these are the changes that I have also observed in myself. Thank you so much again for bestowing the honor. Thank you.
Thanks, Risha, and good luck. Now I would like to bring to the stage our second Then and Now winner, Vanna So from J&J. Good evening, Vannis.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Okay, let's take a look at your video first.
Hi everyone, my name is Venice and I'm a Regional Marketing Manager at Johnson & Johnson. Before joining the HBA Ambassador program, I was struggling to find my personal brand story and I wasn't very sure of my own superpower. Although I'm still a work in progress, I have slowly discovered my authentic self and most importantly, owning it. Thanks to our HBA advisors, the numerous fireside chat sessions have allowed me to slowly craft my personal brand story of being that oil and gas engineer turned marketeer, and now I jump on every opportunity to leverage on that. I remember Bonnie Lapin shared during the kickoff of the HBA program that this is the time that we break the norm and start doing things that we usually feel uncomfortable doing it, because that's only where we see changes in our personal development. And personally for me, submitting this video is one of them. Most importantly, I learned to now accept and own my superpower of being as persistent as a cockroach. And now I'm ready to embrace this newfound superpower and empowering myself to tap on it whenever the situation arises.
So I love the part about the cockroach, Venice. That was great. You get my special comedy award too. Let's talk about what happened for you and why you decided it was important to talk to your son, who is 6 years old, I think, about this award.
So I guess let me start off with thank you HBA, and then as an Asian who is generally more reserved when it comes to public speaking or putting ourselves in front of the camera for fear of saying the wrong thing, I've always been one who kind of prefer to work behind the screen and trying to avoid the glare of the spotlight. However, after joining the executive committee of the HBA program in J&J, I really wanted to set a good example of how we should embrace the programs that we have committed to. But I guess most importantly, I want to be the best role model for my 3 boys. In fact, right after creating this video, I shared with my 6-year-old son and how I overcome my fear of being in front of the camera. And I tell him, don't be afraid to try. And even if you are scared, it's okay, because when you are scared, it means that you are about to do something that's really brave. And today, mommy is being brave and mommy tried. So I think this is what pushed me to really submit the video. Yeah. Thank you, HBA.
Thank you. And now let's bring to the stage our final Then and Now winner from Asia, and that's Millie Vijay from IQVIA. Welcome, Millie, let's take a look at your video first.
Hi, I'm Millie Vijay, Director Centralized Monitoring Services, CMS IQVIA. Basically, I was a person with dual aspects. When it came to work or any technical discussions, I was comfortable expressing my thoughts, ideas, and be an active part of solutioning. But when it came to networking and casual connects, I was reserved and stuck to people whom I knew. As we move up the career ladder, I felt this was limiting my visibility across organizations and making it difficult for me to create my brand. HBA program was introduced to me by my line manager. First day was tough given the fact that I was interacting with people I barely knew and I was doing something which was out of my comfort zone. This program was so well structured that it ensured active participation from all of us. There were a lot of group activities across various teams which made us interact with people across various profiles. Today, I see a much better version of me flaunting the relationships that I have built. Some of us even connect outside the program for work and fun. It has definitely improved my visibility outside CMS and accelerated my brand building process and opened me up to many ways in which I can initiate my interaction with others. But above all, I find a happier myself who is out of the shell. Thank you, HBA.
So I think you'll see from even the 2 Then and Now winners that we've had and now Millie, that each person has a very different story. And that's the beauty of the Ambassador program. You can customize it to your journey. In Millie's case, when she started out the program, she already had 300 people that she was overseeing. But why don't you tell us, Millie, what happened to bring that total from 300 to 415?
Absolutely, would love to. First of all, many thanks for the award, Bonnie and HBA team. In the Ambassador program, I have interacted with various leaders across domains. I learned many interesting ways of connecting with people irrespective of the team size. It's very important that people feel that leadership is connected to them, addresses their challenges and concerns, and is invested in their development. I could implement many of these learnings successfully in my organization, which gave myself and my manager the confidence that I can provide governance to many more folks. So that's what worked for me. Thank you, HBA.
Thanks, Millie, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have Amina on the call? Yes. Okay, let me turn it over now to our global chair, Amina Loban, who will now talk about our invaluable champions who are the people who bring these programs to your companies. Amina, over to you.
Thanks very much, Bonnie. I'm so excited to be here today and delighted to announce the Champion Awards. These recipients were all internal champions for new ambassador programs within their companies in 2021. Shafali Pillai, Eli Lilly, India. Sonali Roy, IQVIA, India. Asil Al-Sagarat, Becton Dickinson and Company, United Arab Emirates. Marina Solokupova, Johnson & Johnson, Singapore. Victoria Veloso, Johnson & Johnson, Singapore. Debjani Ghosh, Johnson & Johnson, India. Prashant Narasimhan, Johnson & Johnson, India. Iman Munzer, Johnson & Johnson, India. Congratulations to all our winners. Now, I'd like to welcome Dr. Deepa Desai, Senior Director of the HBA Ambassador Program.
Thank you and good evening, everyone. So, it's definitely a privilege because I am here to announce and talk about the Advocacy Awards. So this award is to recognize and celebrate the advocates from all our HBA corporate partners and for all their support that given not only to the HBA vision, but also to the Ambassador Program. Our winner from the Asia PAC is Shashikala Menon from IQVIA. Can we have her on? Congratulations, Shashikala. It's so good to see you here again on this platform.
Thank you, Deepa. Thank you to HBA. It's been a wonderful journey. So thank you, Bonnie. I really am grateful for that day that I first heard about the Ambassador Program and had the opportunity to meet with Deepa, understand it better, and then certainly meet you, Bonnie. So it's been an incredible journey for me. Thank you.
So tell me how the HBA Ambassador Program has helped you to elevate your advocacy and your voice within the organization.
So when we started the journey, right, we had 2 luminary awards from HBA, which 2 of our senior colleagues, one of you being you, Deepa, had received. And that's how that brought in the faith that this ambassador program coming to the organization, we had this opportunity to leverage it and also nurture women leaders who could gain competency and establish their own leadership. And from my perspective, the most important aspect of this was the ownership that each individual ambassador had to take in terms of what were their personal initiatives, what were their group goals that they wanted to achieve. So when they were sort of working and deciding on what they wanted to do themselves, that brought that sense of self-worth, that confidence automatically. And I've seen that transformation across the 2 cohorts that we have run over the last 2 years, notwithstanding the pandemic. What we have achieved with this bright group of individuals, bringing them together on this HBA IQVIA Ambassador Program has allowed them to learn from each other and truly grow. So that's been my experience.
That's lovely. So Shashi, I know that we've been talking about that, how this program has been one of the key programs to bring a lot more visibility within the organization. And it helped you to reach out to the other part of the organization. So can you talk a bit about that how did we leverage this program for greater visibility and also impacting the organization at the large?
So IQVIA has been fortunate to have been growing over the last few years. And as you grow, you need more people at leadership. And many a times you are in your function, in your business, being such a diverse organization, you have visibility only to your immediate leadership. But when you put a group of people from across function, across business together in a program of this kind, and you involved senior leadership from all of these business units, you really almost create magic there, because you become aware of the various things that the organization does, to hone your skills, look out for opportunities across functions. So that enables your growth, and also for the leadership, the comfort to know more people than the ones they would be normal course of their day looking at in their own function and their business. The very important thing also was, because all of these ambassadors are from different groups and would never in the course of their day job ever get to meet any of the others, especially through the pandemic. What we saw is, because they introduced the different functional leaders, and we had these functional leaders mentoring them personally, or having these sessions which they conducted to talk about either financial skills, maybe your brand building or executive presence. So there was a lot of investment from the senior leaders at IQVIA and HBA, the advocates and advisors from HBA, who came in and opened up something completely different for us. So I would say that both this together allowed people to grow much more faster. We could fast track leadership growth. And you have heard from two of the then and now, the stories, right? So it's each of those ambassadors. The first batch had 20 or 26 ambassadors. The second cohort had around 15. So you can imagine the number of stories that are there. And now we have more and more people wanting to join this program. They're approaching us and saying, even the men want to join the program, right?
Lovely.
So that's the impact.
So maybe in a very, I know that we have some constraint of time, but I know, Shashi, that you were an ambassador for one of the cohorts last year, and now this year you are an advocate and you're recipient of this award. So what are those quick 2 or 3 changes that you saw in yourself in this journey?
One of the very important things that I saw is when you connect with people from different walks of life, different functions and businesses, there is a lot of learning. Second is when you sort of allow these women to really bloom, right? Come up with ideas and bloom, the joy that it brings you from their successes also adds to yours. And the third very important thing is the senior leadership in the organization recognizes you, wants to talk to you about creating a development program which is much wider than just this cohort, and taking it to parts of the organization which we had never thought of before, because this was such a success within IQVIA. So the next, this particular 2022, we plan to do 2 cohorts. One would be global and one in India, which I wanted to be a mixed group. So these are the 3 things. Thank you so much, Deepa.
What a beautiful journey. And thanks, Shashi, for being with us today.
Thank you very much. My pleasure. Thank you.
And friends, now I invite Leah back to talk about the changing minds.
Thank you, Dr. Deepa. That was a fantastic interview. Congratulations. I'm very excited about this next award. It is near and dear to the HBA overall goals when it comes to gender parity. So it is my pleasure to announce that Sanofi is the winner of the Changing Mind Awards. But before I interview Isabel Balandari, let's play the video to get everyone a sense of what this award is about.
All my life, I have benefited enormously from the teachings, mentoring, coaching I've received from the different women in my life. If we want to be truly successful in Play to Win strategy in Sanofi, gender diversity is not a good to have, it is a must have at Sanofi.
As a father of 2 girls and 2 boys, I am well aware of what gender balance means. As a manager, I realize that women often underestimate their strengths and abilities to be a good fit for the job. Therefore, I'm doing my best to help them build self-confidence and always ask them to develop a daring mindset.
We need to make sure that we encourage women to participate to a job opening when there is a process, because I realize that from time to time they are even a little bit scared to participate to the process, so encourage them.
Men and women are getting better at their job, more efficient when they work in a diverse environment. Not just gender, by the way, it can be also social, cultural. It's a fact.
We have to be intentional. I've just been building my own team, and I have absolutely worked on ensuring I've had a balanced slate. I've made sure I've had a balanced panel interview, and I've ended up with a team that's 50-50 gender balance from across the world. So my call to action for all of us as men is not just to say, but to do. So what are you going to do to make that difference?
Isabel, congratulations. You must be very proud.
I am on behalf of the 8 other women who contribute to this campaign.
Well, I have to ask you. So the role of male advocacy has been a focus of HBA and the Gender Parity Collaborative for some time now. So why did you choose this initiative? What inspired you to look at male advocacy?
First of all, I want to thank all HBA thought leaders who recognized Sanofi with this award in the Changing Mind categories. And to cover your question, you know, when we joined the 8 women I mentioned, when we joined HBA, we wanted to make a difference in gender balance efforts, and these awards recognize these efforts. And first, we started by analyzing facts. And first, today, most of our decision makers at the highest level of our companies are men. And second, it is clearly demonstrated that performance improvement needs diversity and gender balance. So you asked me the question about male advocacy. It's not only important, it is a driver to succeed with gender balance.
Thank you so much. So I have one more question, and anyone who has sat in a boardroom gets asked this question. When you were planning this, what did success look like?
Oh, well, you know, even if we empowered ourselves in asking men at very senior leadership position in our company to execute those videos for these campaigns called Men Call to Action for Gender Balance, their acceptance was not a given. So the first success that they all accepted. And second, the second success factor is, of course, what you mentioned, the engagement, but also qualitative feedback, especially from men of our company. And I remember one specifically that he told me, it makes me change the angle of my thoughts, thinking about the advantage for me as a man of a gender balanced society or company. And finally, I would say that the success of this campaign is that it is fully integrated in Sanofi diversity inclusion strategy. And Sanofi's ambition for gender balance is 50% women, 50% men at senior leaders level by 2025. And today at Sanofi, we have 40% of women senior leaders. So let's continue to change our minds.
Bravo. Isabel, congratulations to you and your entire team. Thank you very much. Now, let's move on to Dr. Deepa one more time. We're going to talk about the Impact Awards. And thank you, Isabel.
Thank you, Leah. And it's such a privilege to talk about the Impact Award, because I personally believe that this is a highlight of our ambassador programs because every cohort independently identifies 3 or 4 group initiatives that they envision and work upon it through the year. This really talks and brings all the power of being self-directive and being a leader, and HBA through their ambassador program supports these booming leaders to be successful in their vision. And it's an absolute pleasure to announce the award for today. And that's the IQVIA team. Can we have Sonali, please, on the stage? Congratulations, Sonali.
Thank you.
And the IQVIA team.
Absolutely. It's an honor and privilege to be able to represent my team, my IQVIA Women in Leadership team, where I had the privilege to lead another 4 or 5 women leaders to lead the Women in Leadership team. And to Deepa, you would be knowing how we had started, and we could not have believed that we would end over here. But firstly, also, I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the powerful people across the globe who is participating over here. I believe that it's a display of power, belief, and courage to be able to be a part of this platform. So thank you, HBA, thank you, Deepa, thank you all for us to be able to represent over here.
Lovely. So tell me, Sonali, why was this initiative so important for you and the team? What does it represent?
Right. Thank you for asking this question. I'm so proud to be able to speak about this program. So this program we called as Women in Leadership Program, which is a pilot program where we thought the women leaders in IQ, where we thought that it will help us to unleash some of the talents that were hidden on so far and be able to put them forward so that the leaders can recognize the potential in them and give them the opportunity to take their career forward. So it was a 6-month immersive mentoring program where we had targeted the emerging female leaders who were at the middle management and to help the leaders to build a pipeline of strong women leaders, right? And I would want to say that from the very first, we wanted it to be inclusive of the senior leaders' feedback, what they were thinking, what is that they were looking forward for leaders, irrespective of genders, right? We wanted to have the voice of the participants as well. So we did a 360-degree feedback and ensured that all the people, right from the senior leadership to the individual contributors, were 100% confident about this program and were able to take along with this journey. So that was very important, Deepa, because it was a 6 months program. So a commitment from all the leaders as well, the participants were so important. And we did see the impact later, obviously.
So what are the key highlights of that impact, or the ripples that this program created within the organization? And maybe also, how did it impact you personally?
Yeah, sure. So this program really demonstrated to the senior leadership executives across IQVIA that whatever hitherto they were thinking can be done on practice. So if a focused development path can be provided to the employees, they are there to hone and add to their job skills so that they are prepared for the senior roles. And we saw it through the data, right? Because after the program was completed, we saw that more than 10 to 50%, almost 50% of the people who had participated had been able to expand their roles horizontally or vertically. And they were all appreciative, all the leaders were appreciative of the journey that they have seen of this woman in these 6 months. And moreover, I think for me, and my team, the satisfaction factor was that each of these team members, when we asked them, did they find it impactful on their career, on their growth? all of them had only one thing to say: when is the next one coming up? So that was so enriching for us. So happy to have that kind of a feedback.
So well put. Lovely. Sonali, you and your team have done wonderful. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Back to you, Leah.
Well, thank you very much. So, Dr. Deepa, what do you think about today so far? We're just starting.
I am just enjoying this, and we are warming up.
That is exactly right. So, this is a wonderful way to extend International Women's Day and to celebrate the mission of HBA as well. So let's turn things back over to Bonnie, our fearless leader who had a vision many years ago, and this is the result of a great planned vision. Bonnie?
Please.
Hello, everyone, again. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what you can expect moving forward. And because it is the Ambassador program, we want to jump into the unknown with you. So we want you to continue that journey and be uncomfortable with us and bring us your ideas, bring us your participation. Do not feel that once you finish your first 12 months of the Ambassador program that that's the end. It's just the beginning. We have lots of ideas of how we can move forward together. And just as you've done everything else in the Ambassador program, we want you to continue to create with us, continue to innovate with us, continue to act as leaders of influence with us. So we'll bring you our ideas moving forward and step up and bring us yours. Now we'd like to go to our mini master classes. And in order to do that, you will see that there is a back arrow button on the top left of your screen. That will bring you back to the lobby. Once we leave this screen, you'll click that back arrow button. And then in the lobby, you will see your choice of master classes. Click on the master class that you want, and that will bring you directly to that classroom. After the class is over, the class leader will tell you what button to click to then get into your networking session. So let's continue.